When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know.
Who exactly is lying to the president? Who? The president has announced the easing of the lockdown on the strength of a lie. Who is lying to the president? We've been locked down now for 5 weeks. Prior to the lockdown, they made us a commitment of testing 1,500 persons every day. 1,500 persons times 14 days is 21,000. Times 4 weeks is 42,000. How then can the committee tell us that they have tested only slightly above 10,000? Today we're close to 2,000 persons who have tested positive to the virus. If we use the strength of 10,000 total already tested and 2,000 already infected, that places us at 20% infection. That's higher than every other country. Research findings are based on percentage. Who is lying to the president? Because on the strength of a lie, he has approved an ease and he has also approved an increase in the number of people to be tested daily to 2,500. If they could not accomplish 1,500, then how are they able to achieve 2,500 a day? The nurses and doctors and all health workers are working extremely hard, breaking themselves into pieces just to save lives. And a few people are sitting in the comfort of an air-conditioned room and reaching agreements that empowers only their pockets. Why make a mess of people's effort? Why? You know, sometimes when I sit down and I think of some of the things that people sit in committees and come up with, I wonder what runs in their veins. Blood or water? Because they react like people who don't feel the pains of others. You have moved responsibility from yourself and you have hung it on the neck of the common masses. The same people that you are supposed to be protecting. During the lockdown, a lot of the poor were on the streets. Why? Because your palliative did not get to them. So they were out there struggling to see how they can feed off the food that you hold at them. So the palliatives didn't get there. No one is empowered to carry out research. So research isn't going on. Nothing is going on. And now you are throwing people back in the streets. A street that you haven't fumigated, you haven't cleaned up, but you have told us that this virus is airborne and can stay airborne for 8 hours. I don't understand. Do you even assume that everyone is stupid? Let us take, for instance, Lagos State. With no traffic during the lockdown, they could not trace people who had contact with those who had tested positive to the virus. They couldn't trace them. So imagine now, with traffic, how they will trace anyone. And if someone needs help deliberately, how will the NCDC get to the person? I don't understand. Do we want to end up like Ghana, who lifted their lockdown prematurely and ended up with all the casualties that they have? Can we handle that casualty? Someone is lying to the president, and that person needs to stop. The president cannot be allowed to reach decisions on the strength of a lie. And Nigerians cannot live with this lie.
This is a message for the federal government. Good morning, Your Excellency. So much respect from my end. Coronavirus is a pandemic that we all never expected, but it is here. And I pray that this message gets to you somehow. Coronavirus and poverty are best friends. The virus lures you out through poverty, infects you and kills your family. The thing is, it's not something we can see or touch. It means that you have no idea who is infected. It means that when you get infected, you have no idea whether your immune system will be strong enough to fight it. I beg you, we know Nigeria is able. You all brought up a policy of BVN. We all have our BVN number, so I have more than 5 accounts, but they all operate under one BVN. Please, even if it's 5,000 naira monthly, put it in our account. I promise you we will stay at home. Even if it is 5,000 naira. People are not working anymore to be rich. At this point, people are working to survive. And you'll be amazed what 5,000 naira can do in the life of somebody and their family members. I don't want you to be selfish to say we are giving one family member 5. No, we all have account numbers. We are all Nigerians. If you are able to do this thing for us in this time, this era, you have no idea how much we are going to appreciate you, how much we are going to sing your praises, how much we are going to tell the world that you are the best government that Nigeria has ever had. Because the truth of the matter is, we have never fought a war like this. The army, the police, the doctors, the lawyers, the teachers, every single person needs that 5,000 naira now. I promise you, you have no idea. People will stay home when you tell them to stay home. If they know that at the end of the month, they will get 5,000 naira from you. They will manage it. We will manage it. I will manage it. I promise you. I beg you. Don't say you are giving the poor. No. At this point in time, every single person needs. Because nobody's working anymore. Source of incomes have closed. Other countries are taking care of their own. Please take care of us. Look into our BVN numbers. Put 5,000 naira there monthly for each and every person. When you tell us Nigeria is on lockdown, we will sit at home. Thank you.
We're fighting 2 pandemics. Coronavirus, hunger virus. It's like a contest between the poor and the rich. The rich is afraid of the virus. The poor is afraid of hunger. The rich wants the poor to stay at home to curb the spread. But hunger will not allow the poor to stay at home. The poor fears that if they stay at home, hunger will kill them. The rich fears that if they come out, the coronavirus will kill them. It's so very delicate situation. So how do we get out of this social equilibrium? We think that the rich should provide food for the poor, so that the poor can stay at home. If the poor have enough food to eat to stay at home, the problem of the rich will be over. Simple logic. Over and